Well, this is third day for me out on bike, so good morning, Sunday morning. I've got my son and her behind me. Wave. He looks cool AF on that, doesn't he? I say he looks cool as AF on that. Cool AF with dark glasses on. Posing like a chav. Only because you can't find your other. He's lost his glasses. Oh, he's put them away somewhere. He can't remember what he's done with them. Oh, it's his age. 29-year-old and he's forgetting stuff. What about 2 weeks ago we last went out, yeah? Yeah, you're only going to get a one-sided conversation again. We're going to do a bit of urban riding today, because Luke likes urban riding. So we're going to do a bit of that. Make a nice change for me again anyway. I've got this booked in for MOT on 26th, haven't I? It was out on 27th. You need to book your car in, yeah, you do. Ring them up on Monday and book it in. Yes, Luke likes his urban riding. So we're going to do probably a bit of a mix. We'll see how we get on. I'll just go wherever road takes us a look. I'm not going anywhere in particular. What we will do though is stop for red lights. What's turned off? Why does it keep doing that? Luke's bike keeps turning off, if anybody can offer any suggestions to that. He don't do it often and it don't do it every time. Yeah, I was going to say it did it last time we were out, didn't it? Well, if it carries on, it might have to swap it for something else. It'll be an excuse to buy another bike. It's alright mate, just pull out, don't worry about us. Did it actually stall when you were clutching to change gear then? If anybody had offered any insight to that, I'd be grateful. When he pulls clutching sometimes it just stalls. But he don't do it every time, it's only a now and again thing. So we don't know. It's one of them there mysteries. I say every time I get this bike out, I absolutely love riding it. Right, it's a lovely bike this. That is yours and all though. That's a lovely bike. A bit tiny for me, mind, but still a good bike. This is coming into Monkbretton. There's an old priory around here somewhere. Monkbretton Priory. Hundreds of years old. Steeped in history, this area, when you think about it. Absolutely steeped in history. Yeah, so we've had old pits. Not so much mills. They were Huddersfield end, but we had loads of pits around here. I mean, I did Wentworth Woodhouse on Friday on Honda, which I'll release that video when I get a chance. I'm still checking it. Did struggle a bit with sound on that because of wind noise off at Fairing, but I think I've pretty much got it right. I think I'll have another listen to it later. This glassworks has been here some years, you know. I said this glassworks here on left's been here some years. Bottle factory. Main employer for this area, that. Hard last. Hey, we'll have to remember these bumps down here and over here now, look. Like I said, up Cudworth bypass. No, so we've not been on here for a bit. We've been up and bikes up a little bit. Up to the legal limits, of course. It does sound like a turbine, this one, you wind it up, doesn't it? Well, we're not even on them, we've got a Triumph. An old guy though, wasn't he? That'll be me, that when I'm 80. Running about in one of them battery operated scooter things. With LED lighting on and go faster stripes. I've ordered a wheelchair ready for you to shove me about. Christ, it's windy on here. These indicators aren't working. I've got a bloody air in my gob. I've got an air in my mouth. We'll have a run out into West Yorkshire there. He's slow in front, or she. Or they. Look, says that guy then with a miserable old twat. It's a good job he ain't got him on comms, you know, because every other word is begin with F or B, or T, or C. Yes, and if we see anybody on the mobile phone, people, while they're driving, while we're out on these, you won't need comms, because you'll hear him shouting. That is one thing he hates. Absolutely hates it. Don't you, Luke? It's dangerous and what? Dangerous and selfish. Well, it's true, it is. I agree 100%. It's like an epidemic stretching through the country, everybody on the phones. A couple of bikers out today. These are noddy. This is really common. A very nasty junction, remember, we won't just have a brow of this hill. A lot of accidents here. Yeah, it's a blind junction, you can't see over it, you can't see coming up to it. Right, we'll go down Hemsworth bypass. Bit windy on here and all. It was worse than this yesterday though when I went out. It was really windy yesterday. This is a very strong headwind, this. And I'm quite proud of the fact that we tend to stick to speed limits. It's like I've said many times, the stakes are a lot higher for me when you've got your son behind you. I tend to ride keeping an eye on him. I can't help it, that's what I do. Plus if what happens, I'll have his mother to answer to. Because I'll get blamed for it. Because everything that goes wrong, remember, is my fault. Yes, so I'm quite proud of that fact that we don't speed. And to be honest with you, I get a lot more out of it when I don't. No doubt I'll get some hate comments for sticking to the speed limits. But like I've said, you ride your bikes how you want and I'll ride mine how I want. And don't forget I've got my YouTube moderator behind me. And like I've said, he is brutal when it comes to, shall we say, snidey comments. He's even more brutal than what I am. And that's saying something. There's several bikes out today, isn't there? I bet a lot of them's been to Squires, which we're not going to do because I'm not that bothered about going to Squires, to be honest. The mirror's moving again. I've tightened that up once. I'm going to do it again when we get back, once and for all. We'll go straight on at this roundabout, down towards Ackworth. Quite a nice ride this so far, look. There's a lot of old buildings around here, there's all the old buildings everywhere around here when you think about it. Like I said, a lot of history in South and West Yorkshire, and you don't realise. It's a nice house, that. Quakers. Oh, a lot of old stone built houses, look, Yorkshire stone. Cost a fortune to buy one of these days. It's not a bad area, this. In fact, the reason why it's a 7.5 ton wheel limit, they won't let lorries down here, is because apparently all vibration from trucks were damaging buildings. That's why they made it a 7.5 ton weight limit. But when A1's shut, they suspend limit and let lorries come through, because this is really the only way they've got. Because this used to be main drag, this through to A1. Back in there, yeah. We'll turn left here. Letting us go, thank you, sir. Very nice of him. He didn't have to do that, but he did. The size of that one there, bloody hell, that's a big one. That is nice. And then with Nationals. This will be me in one of these in a few years, look. It's not turned off yet. It's rubbish anyway. Compared to chat bikes it is, it's a good bike. I'm only joking. Jack bikes are better than European bikes. Well, they are, to be fair. They always have been since the 70s. That's why they destroyed the British biking industry. This is Featherstone. It's the first time you've been through this way on this. I think on that, I mean, yeah, it probably is actually. I've still got a bloody hair on my tongue. Where's it coming from? Yes, it's very pleasant this so far. It's a bit chilly. Shut up, you puff. It's 18 degrees. I know it's not going to snow. I hope not anyway. At 18 degrees, you better not do. You're diseased. You're not diseased. You've got Raynaud's syndrome. Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a disease. I agree. Raynaud's syndrome, for those of you that don't know, is cold hands and feet, and Luke suffers with that, and everywhere else. He's always cold. It mostly affects your extremities, he says, which it does. That's why he has to have heater grips fitted to every bike that he's got, or had. But after saying that, he's only had 2. That's his second one that he's on there. We'll turn left here at this roundabout, and we'll go through Old Snidale. Told Snydale. It is a bit cold, that wind on your face, isn't it? And I've just been calling you the puff. Only problem with coming on here, it's a bit bumpy. You've been bounced out at sea. Well, I always say it should be alright with that suspension on that. It's a lot better than this. What is it, all-ins on rear and KYB up front? Or shower on front and an upgraded all-in suspension on rear, that street triple of hooks. In fact, when he declared it to insurance that it had been upgraded, they charged him more for it. But, about 20 quid, weren't it? He added about 20 quid onto his insurance premium. My son and I had this load though, Hastings Insurance refused to insure me. That's why I had to cancel it and go to Bennett's. Because it's a frame modification. You know what insurance companies are like though. That's why I've always said if you do out to your bike to tell them. Because if what happens and they check it and see that you've done something and not told them, they'll just cancel your insurance. Any excuse not to pay out. A bit bumpy. Stay there. Left here. There's some riding knobheads about in cars, you know. Yep, Wakefield taxi drivers. Now you can see why I'm not a big fan of urban riding. Because you have dickheads like that to deal with. Yeah, I know you can get it anywhere. But it tends to be a lot more in urban areas. I'm not going to repeat what he said then. No, I'll not be repeating that. Yeah, this takes us down to Heath. I've been up here in Wagon when it was shut down at bottom end, and it was very interesting coming up here, and that I can tell you. Especially that bit there we've just been on. I've said it many times before though, but when you think about it, yeah, I know we live in a town, and we've got towns quite close to us, but we're on fringes of some lovely countryside. We don't have to ride very far. And we've got Pennines, or near Pennines where I go up a lot round Penistone. We've got Shrines. We've got all this. We're not that far away from North Yorkshire. We'll be having a ride up there one day. Spending the day out up there, get a bit of filming in. Because there really is some cracking scenery up there, as you know. Oh, you learnt on roads like this, yeah. Yeah, you did. Mainly Rotherham that though, wasn't it? Yeah, Luke took his test in Rotherham. How long ago was it that now? Is it about 4 years ago? 4 years on 2nd of September. Oh, it's a while ago now. What are these up to? Rambling ramblers. There's Heath Hall up there. I don't know if it's a private house now. I don't think you can go in. Nice here though. Said it before, you can imagine them back in there having garden parties on green and stuff like that. It's very nice round here. There's a pub there, look. Is it a pub? We'll call in there one day. Traffic lights again, roadworks, what a surprise. But then we've not done bad today. I must admit, we've not done bad at all today. We've got a nice Sunday dinner cooking for when we get back. My personal chef, Luke's mother's cooking it, isn't she, Luke? She's not only a personal chef, she's an actual chef. So I get her to do any form of cooking, which is good. Good for me. Yeah, this is Red Bet, look, we're all shut down. They've blanked it all off, look. Boarded it all up, you can't see. Put metal things on windows. They're probably waiting for planning permission, it'll all come down and they'll build houses on it. 60 years that we're on for, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, except for COVID. And they only shut them because they were told they'd got to. Couldn't be in Red Bet for a cup of coffee. Best coffee area, that. And this house here on right, that one, that's where they build them steam trains in. Yeah, but I don't know if guys died and emptied it all out. There must have been 300 tonne of scrap in there. Back in winter time there was an accident down here and I was coming down here in wagon. The coppers had blocked the road off. I'll show you with it in a minute. Yeah, well they were turning all traffic up there. I said I can't turn this up there. She said you'll have to go into there, and I went into there, drove in and reversed my car. That was the only way I could do it. And the accident was down there on this bend here. Just here I think it was. Yes, it's quite enjoyable this look. This is coming into Nostell. We could do it going in there one day and all, you know. Into Nostell, yeah. But we might better off coming in car to go there. Because there's some right stuff in there, some right old buildings in there. In fact, we might not be able to see, but as you're going over this water here, if you look to your left, there's a big house. You might not be able to see, you can't put it there. You just see it there. You might not have seen that on camera, but there's a big house. This is Rugby. What a lovely houses here, look. This were all part of Nostell Priory estate, this. Can you imagine all workers that worked on estate living here? And this pub here, closed in COVID, spread eagle, and it's never reopened. But a couple of weeks ago there was a banner up saying, would you like to run this pub? So I don't know if somebody's got it, because banners being taken down. If that can get in anywhere. Leave camera on, I'll cut it out, don't worry. I won't show the small manhood on camera while I go for a wee-wee. Never what? Couple of nice bikes there for you to look at while Luke finds a tree. Might be somewhere there, you know. Just don't get seen. Every time we go out on bikes or even in car, we have to have public toilets all over the country. Yeah, when we go to caravan normally, we've got as little stopping areas. That's why, kids, you should always go to the toilet before you set off. Funnily enough, he did. Yeah, we'll have a steady run back after you've relieved yourself. I might send it to West Yorkshire Police if you've left your camera on and grass you up. You've left your camera on? I know I did. I'll cut it out, don't worry. I don't want anybody laughing. Easy a look. Is that it now? Can we carry on? Are you sure? Right. That sounded like a good flat tyre, that, didn't it? Are we ready? I don't know if you heard that. He says he's going to remember that spot because it's a decent little hiding spot. So that means now every time we come out this way, he's going to be going for a wee. Ready? This 30 limit here, make sure you do 30 or below. So going through Atworth, top side of Atworth, and there's one of them newfangled speed cameras. There's one at the other end that looks both ways, but there's that one there, that yellow pole look, on that grey pole, that yellow one there, so just a tiny one that. Nobody ever speeds going through Atworth. This is that other camera that looks both ways. I think it's one of the AI ones, that. Right, which way shall we go? We've gone round in a massive circle here. So, we'll turn right, we'll go back up a similar way. But we're not going to go on that bypass, we might go through Wemsworth, I reckon. Oh yeah, it's mainly roads like this you're on. Right, we're going to go straight on at this one then. Look at these houses on to right here, they're beauties and all. There's some cracking houses around here. Love just said sad thing is I'll never be able to afford to buy an house, and that's probably true when it is sad. Yeah, 29 years old and he can't afford to buy an house. Hey, on a side note though, if there's any young ladies watching, he's single, you know, Luke, he's got a few quid in bank, he's not bad, he's not high maintenance, he knows how to hoover up, he knows how to clean bathroom, he's quite domesticated, so if there's any offers, drop me a message and you can have him for a fiver. I'll sell him you for a fiver. Is that fair, Luke? Is that fair, Luke, a fiver? This is a fiver and a Mars bar, sounds about right. So yes, if there's any young ladies watching, drop me a message. This is Emsworth Luke. Bugger off, would it be? Yeah, is it gone? Yeah, we'll only put that through time. Yeah, I'm going to have some footage to edit today, or when I start this. I ain't turned cameras off at all. I know they're a long time, these lights, aren't they? Oh, last. We started to decompose them, we've been sat there that long. This is Hoyle Mill. So that's with that snooker club as well. Up there. Yeah, pockets, keep saying we're going to go up there, enjoying, don't we? Well, I'm terrible at snooker, but I still like to play it. I probably need to see balls these days, I'll have to get some Dennis Sterling glasses made. Barnsley Football Club over to right, which we can't see for all these trees. No, there isn't. Just there, you just see gantries and that. A lot of steel work. Yeah, it's been alright this one, must admit. I do enjoy it now and again, urban riding, but I like to see scenery in here, as you know. But I've really enjoyed this, I might have to do it a bit more. And I've enjoyed being out on this. That's why I've said it's going nowhere. This, if I saw this, I'll regret it. You want to go through actual town centre then? We can duck, can't we? Ah, we'll go through town centre. Oh. Yeah, that's his new bridge there, look. How much did it cost that, look? Was it 10 million quid or something? I know it were a lot of millions, wasn't it, that we've ended up paying for. Train station. That's his new base 71 youth centre. We've spent a fortune on. Apparently it's quite good in there though. He went to Stall and then came back. Why is it doing that? It might be an excuse to buy a new bike, Lou. It's going to keep stalling. Ah, here we are into town centre again. I brought you through here before. That camera's turned off. I bet battery's gone flat. There's a new shopping centre. 50 million quid. Yeah, so thanks for joining us. We're going to start heading back. Might have a quick cup of coffee when we get in, Luke, while your mother's doing dinner. Yeah, so thanks for joining us. It's been a good run round that. Nice urban run for a change. I know Luke's enjoyed it because he's mentioned it. So if you've enjoyed it, can you pop a like on for me? I'd love it also if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch you on the next ride. Have a good day, everybody. Cheers.